Floyd also looking to get on the board in the championship standings, advancing to semifinal Sunday automatically gets you 1 point. WatchMuH looking to do it in their debut match. So we'll see what happens here as we have a ready from Floyd. We're waiting for a ready from WatchMuH. As oh wow, okay. Things got interesting in our predictions. It is almost an even 50-50 split in channel points. 16,400 for Floyd to 16,300 for WatchMuH. So we have both players ready to go, and we're about to start the countdown. In 3, 2, 1. Our penultimate match, Floyd versus WatchMuH, our co-main event of the evening. And WatchMuH already off to the races, and here comes Floyd as well. It's levels 8 to 11, 36 viruses for these players to get out and advance to 9.
Yeah, WatchMuH right now struggling a little bit with yellows. There's not a lot of access to it, but finding ways of using those pills nonetheless. Floyd, meanwhile, keeping a very low top line. That's usually his style. Just try to keep everything very even to avoid large drop times.
And no yellow access for WatchMuH right now, which is really starting to slow them down. Floyd already down to he's already at sub 20, and we're not even 45 seconds in. Floyd torching level 8 so far, looking to show Packy maybe that he can do just a little bit better than that minute 17. 16 viruses to go for Floyd, 21 for WatchMuH. And again, WatchMuH's big problem is there's just an overabundance of blue.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the fact that the board hasn't been very open for WatchMuH meant that now they are facing a board that's has a lot of spires. So, yeah, that's going to slow them down because you're gonna have drop time no matter what you do, unless you come up with some very strange setups.
WatchMuH setting up for a combo. I think they're watching out for a blue-red. Not quite going to get it, so I don't think they're going to get the combo they wanted. But still a potential big play here that WatchMuH setting up. But 5 viruses to 7, and it looks like maybe a horizontal play will be in the future of WatchMuH. It will not be. That blue virus looks to be critical. Floyd out at about a minute 45 as he gets started on 9. A good opening board. A lot of stuff at the top third or 2/3 that there's a lot of 0 and 1 drop plays, but things get scattered once you get below row 5.
WatchMuH gets out of level 8 at about 208, and I was going to say that they were having a good start, but then they got that misplay there.
Both players with big misplays early on here, right at around the same time. Floyd turning it into some clears and can't do anything with that blue-yellow, so kind of has it deposited off to the side, but turns it into a clear down to 26 viruses. And WatchMuH at 33 here as we approach the 2-minute 45-second mark. WatchMuH now with a tuck double at 30, but Floyd right now just playing on another level, John.
Yeah, Floyd, again, just keeping it very even on all columns, not having to deal with a lot of drop time. That's Floyd's signature. That's why he also can play on medium and not actually lose a lot of time, because he's being very efficient on other aspects of the game. Oh, and WatchMuH, I think, struggling with those red yellows. There's really not anywhere to play them, and it had to come up with that spire there in column 3 to just have somewhere to put all that garbage.
6 viruses to go for Floyd, and Floyd torching this. This looks to be a sub 2 for level 9. He's just absolutely pounding it. But WatchMuH really just struggling with that just absolute spire of garbage out in column 3, John.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there was anything else they could have done. Sometimes the RNG just hits you in the worst moment, and do have to come up with these spires and these placements that, well, I mean, we always try to avoid them, but sometimes there's no other way to keep playing.
I like that clear, though, that WatchMuH did to start eliminating garbage, and now focusing on horizontal clears. This is a great comeback. We'll see if it can be done, but Floyd right now still torching through. He's 28 viruses to go on level number 10, almost halfway through it already. So Floyd really, really wanting that semifinal Sunday.
Yeah, Floyd, besides that small error before, he's just trying to keep it clean. Of course, making some stuff out of, well, the energy that struck a WatchMuH. So you have to take all of those advantages and just keep playing cleanly. And he's done it mostly so far.
An absolute banger job so far by Floyd, as it is 13 to go. 39 for WatchMuH, as WatchMuH trying to just get through those first couple of rows of viruses. Really tough when the RNG's not cooperating, as we're approaching 5.5 minutes, and Floyd with just an absolutely clean end game here on 10.
Yeah, it's only those viruses that are on the corner that he has to take care of eventually, but not anything that's too crazy to play around. Oh, there's the 50 horizontal. There we go, and it's 542 for Floyd out of level 10. Meanwhile, WatchMuH just not finding any help from Mario, just struggling to play with red and yellow on the top line, and not much of blue. Now there's a little bit of openings there of blue, but yeah, I mean it's a tough set of boards so far.
And Floyd just continuing to crush this run, already down to 31 viruses. WatchMuH just not looking to get lapped right now, as it's about 6.5 minutes, and another great drop play by Floyd, which we'll see as he also clears out some yellows and another horizontal clear. He's already down to 19 viruses on the last level. WatchMuH just trying to get out of 10.
Oh, I thought Floyd would have gone there for the horizontal with that yellow just to open up that column 1, but I mean, he saw that one drop combo and he took it. And Floyd,
the biggest problem right now for WatchMuH is just that red. We'll need the red off to the side. We'll get it. And it'll be at a 7-11 that WatchMuH gets out there. But Floyd's going to be finishing with a hot time, it looks like here. Everybody just torching through level number 2.
Oh, yeah, definitely. This round 2 is...
Floyd with a hot time, as he's going to clock in at a 7:24. I think that's just short of a hot time, actually. But a great run by Floyd. He'll take game 1. WatchMuH down 0-1 here as we get into our second game.
Yeah, I mean, Floyd, if that's not one of the top 5 times, I mean, we're not playing for those records. However, you do want to show up those times, because you don't know what your opponent is going to do, so you just want to do your best.
So
now, well, WatchMuH is going to be down 1-0, but they got a chance to come back. It's not over. It's just a little glitch in the system, but you can just bring it back. It's happened before.
You've just got to take whatever happened in the previous game, throw it behind you, and this is a new game, new opportunities.
And definitely, it was mostly RNG that got him, instead of just any mistakes or anything that's not fixable. And our players are starting right now. WatchMuH slightly earlier than Floyd, but so far both players mostly on the same are on the same number of viruses.
Yeah, much closer game here than as we were last time, as WatchMuH really starting to make quick, efficient plays. And WatchMuH's board is a little scattered, but I like how it is open up access to just about everything on the board. Floyd's struggling to get a breakthrough point for his level here. I think that yellow virus out in 6 is going to be it. That'll open up the board very favorably for Floyd. And it's now a 7 virus lead for WatchMuH as we are at the 1 minute mark in this second game.
Yeah, very different situations for both of our players. Floyd with not a lot of blue on his board. Meanwhile, WatchMuH mostly only blue on their board. So, I mean, it's going to come with regarding what Dr. Mario wants to give each one of these players, and yeah, whoever gets the favorable RNG will get out of level 8 first. Oh, that double blue is helpful for that double on the left side for WatchMuH, and as they're out at 143. Floyd struggling to get the right deals. Needs a lot of yellow, and it's not really coming his way. And then there's that setup on the left side, which needs... Oh, okay. Had he gone horizontal there, then it would have set up everything, but probably didn't notice it, or maybe I'm wrong as well. I'm working on memory right now. As Floyd is out at 208 from level 8. WatchMuH already down to 20 viruses, and almost everything on the left side of their board. There's that column-8, which they're gonna need to take in steps, because there's really not many other favorable ways to just jump at it. But getting those doubles and using them.
I do agree. WatchMuH was getting a little ambitious over there in column 6, 7, and 8. It looks like they've evened it out, but that's managed to allow Floyd some time to catch up, and he's now at 9 viruses to WatchMuH 6. And I don't know if that was the play. I think he wanted to go for the double red horizontal, and it looked like by Floyd's head shaking disapproval that was his play. But now he can set up a nice little drop triple horizontally. He's down to 4, but WatchMuH out at 329. Floyd has the opportunity to be close to that as 329 elapses on his clock. He's got 3 viruses to go, and doesn't go for the tuck on that blue. There was the play to do that, and I guess he just decided not to, and will instead be out at 340. Dangerously close to that top out, but at 3 minutes and 50 seconds, it's about a 9 virus advantage, 10 virus advantage now for the 10 seed.
Yeah, Floyd could have gotten out much earlier. He got punished for not setting up the blue combo there, but sometimes you miss those, and yeah, you end up paying some time for that. WatchMuH with a 10 virus lead at the moment, a little more than 10 viruses, but the board is set up for good, quick combos as long as they notice that they are their setup. Those doubles are going to be very helpful there.
Great tuck play here as well, and a drop double. Access to every virus. This is a really nice board for WatchMuH. They're going to go into 11 with a close to a sub 5 time, it looks like. Beautiful play. Gets everything off the board. A 502 exit out of level 10. A really good opportunity for a hot time here in WatchMuH's own right.
Yeah, I mean, that's one way of countering Floyd's win on the last round, or on the last set of games. You just have to counter with your own hot time.
And a drop play by Floyd. He's down to 8 viruses to go. Now down to 7.
Yeah, this is where WatchMuH just has to try and figure a way to just open up the lead as much as possible. You don't want to give any chance to your opponent because, stranger things have happened before, and you don't want to be the one to just drop a big advantage to your opponents.
And Floyd out at 5:52, so he's about 50 seconds behind here. And a great drop clear by WatchMuH. Down to 26. So Floyd's got to get to work here on 11 as we eclipse the 6-minute mark for both players. It's a 23 virus advantage for the 10 seed.
Yeah, showing that that first game was just Mario being Mario, and that they got what it takes to just play with the best.
11 viruses to go for WatchMuH, looking for that sub 7 potentially. With just how well this run is going.
Oh, that took nice. Just making the best out of those doubles.
Remember, the record is 6:44 by Dimwit. It's not going to be that good, but it's going to be a good time as it's always a good time here at Dr. Mario Championship, but a great time for WatchMuH as he'll be out at a 7:04, the second best time this season. Phenomenal job. It's 1-1, and this chat is going 50-50. Well, it's 50-50 right now. We got to break this tie with a third game.
Yeah, chat knows what they're talking about. They knew what this game meant when they went 50-50 on the prediction. And that's going to take us to game 3, which is the first one in this tournament for round 2.
Absolutely. And the 2 seed and the 10 seed going at it in one more game. And then following that, we have 3 versus 11, Dimwit versus The Dave. So stay tuned for that. But we've got one game left here, and we will have ourselves a winner. And they're both ready, and we're already off.
Oh yeah, these two players just want to get on it as fast as possible.
Floyd with a little bit better of an opening board here, I think. Getting some pretty favorable blue-yellow, and making the most of it. Although now almost running the well dry, and now nothing to play with that yellow. Taking a look at WatchMuH's board. WatchMuH already down to 26, so these players pretty close. A good clear there. That's going to put him at 23. Floyd now starting to open his board up, though, and really just the breakthrough is going to happen on that right side. He needs to clear that red in row 3, column 7. That's really the critical one for him there. As WatchMuH's opened this up, now down to 16 viruses, and Floyd now down to 19. Floyd going to try to end around and get some stuff cleared horizontally, John.
Yeah, WatchMuH had to play very creatively because there wasn't a lot of blue pills to play with, and got rid of most of the rest of the board with those other pills. So, I mean, doing a great job so far. However, with a couple of misdrops earlier, there was a misdrop of a double blue, and now I think that the blue-yellow definitely has nothing to do there.
I agree, and it looks like Floyd just needs to clear that row of yellows in row 2, and he'll have access to everything. But WatchMuH out at 1 minute and 38 seconds. Floyd really going to need to turn up the speed here.
Yeah, Floyd's struggling a little bit because he wasn't able to really get the board set up as he prefers, having that top line very even, getting out of level 8 at 154.
So Floyd about 11 viruses behind here on level number 9.
And I'm sure that those 11 viruses are not. You cannot bring them back in the 5 seconds that these two players are offset. But Floyd still has a lot of games to play, a lot of levels to play right now to try and catch up with WatchMuH.
Alrighty, and 12 virus advantage still holding on is WatchMuH, and the RNG also for Floyd is becoming a bit abysmal. He's having to start getting creative, having to start be creative with garbage. He has cleaned everything back up, but it was rough going for a little bit there.
Okay, WatchMuH there is setting up for that drop combo. Yeah, I've noticed that they go for that. I'm not sure if they might have forgotten that that combo was set up, and they just tried to talk and completely forgot they needed to talk a yellow.
I think you're right there. That's going to slow Watch down just a touch, not too terribly badly, as the horizontal clear is still in play for the ones in on the left side, and those will be gone. So just the yellow in row or column 8. And WatchMuH's going to be out at a 329. Floyd a dozen viruses behind. EC clears if he can get the RNG to go his way, though.
Yeah, but exactly, you need the RNG to go your way. Otherwise, if the pills come in another order, then you're just trying to get them out of the way when they could have been useful in another configuration.
$34 viruses to go for WatchMuH on 10, and it's very rough. A lot of red, a lot of yellow. Blue is going to be buried by multiple clears.
Okay, Floyd, there with a little bit of a misdrop at the end, but managing to get another 2 blue pills to get out at 4-8.
And it's a 16 virus margin right now. Floyd again getting just absolutely unforgiving RNG, trying to get out of this early stage at 10 here. Meanwhile, WatchMuH has a bit of garbage scattered in the center of their board. That's going to create some problems here as they're trying to clear things out. I don't know if that's where I would have put that yellow-red.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, there's not a lot of other places to go right now. Everything is just locked up in a little space of the board. So, yeah, it's decisions you have to make and hope that they work out.
8 viruses to go for WatchMuH, and Floyd trying to catch up. He's narrowed the gap to 16 viruses, now down to 15. Floyd running into a problem with not a lot of access to red, making do with some good plays otherwise, though, now down into 18. So he's really starting to narrow this down, but WatchMuH just needs a handful of reds, and they will be out. And they're looking to get out at a sub-6 right now.
Yeah, it's just a thing with RNG. Oh, if they had gone for the drop there, they could have used that double, but getting another red to get out at 542.
And 10 viruses to go for Floyd, 48 to go now on 11. So WatchMuH looking to keep that strong showing going and punch their ticket to round number 3, semifinal Sunday in your debut. That would be a hell of a way to come in here. But it's going to take 42 more clears of viruses to do it, as Floyd down to 4, trying to make this close, trying to make this competitive. That double yellow, a huge boon.
Yeah, we've seen Floyd bring it back in other levels, so he still has a chance as he gets out at 619 from level 10.
And now taking a look here is both players in 11. It's an 18 virus gap between these two players. We've seen it. We've seen people come back from much, much higher. So we will have to see what happens. Floyd getting fantastic RNG to start. He's got 36 now to go, but these double yellows, WatchMuH taking advantage of, down to 16 to go, now down to 15, and a pretty clean board. Seems that this is going to be WatchMuH's to lose.
Yeah, I mean, WatchMuH just all they needed to do at this point was play clean, play it consistently just don't do anything crazy, and just hope for good RNG, and that's what's happening so far, as they are only on 3 viruses.
And WatchMuH again looking for a hot round 2 time.
Hey, 2 more reds.
Won't be getting it, but will be upsetting the 2 seed as WatchMuH becomes the second 10 seed ever to get to semifinal Sunday, joining DM Hero in that company. That's some pretty high company.
I mean, it's showing that the tournament is getting to the point where anyone that qualifies, basically, as our format works right now, is has a chance to go all the way, or at least to the semifinals, which already give points for our final tournament of the year.
And in their debut, WatchMuH gets 1 tournament point. We have a championship every December to crown the best speed player in the world, who this past year happened to be American, but our speed player is Canadian. So there you go.